Next news, breaking news.
Tucker Carlson bought a house in Qatar. Let that sink in for a moment. The man who built his entire brand on America First, on populist outrage, on exposing the real elites, packed his bags and moved to Qatar. And now he's calling the President of the United States a slave. Not a leader he disagrees with, a slave. You see, that's what Tucker Carlson thinks of the 77 million Americans who put Donald Trump back in the White House. That's what he thinks of you. And folks, we've got the receipts. We have Tucker on tape before that Qatar purchase saying something very different about Iran. Now here's what's at stake, and I need you to understand this. You see, this is not about media drama or pundit squabbles. This is about whether the people you trust to tell you the truth are actually on your side. Now, Tucker Carlson went from saying Iran deserves to be annihilated, those were his words on camera, to running defense for the #1 state sponsor of terror on planet Earth. So what changed? Was it the real estate? Was it the wiring instructions? Because when a man flips that hard, that fast, you deserve to know why. Oh, and it gets worse. While Tucker sits in his Qatari living room calling our president a slave, Donald Trump is out there delivering win after win. Border crossings down 95%, Iran on the ropes, and the global order being restructured in America's favor. See, this is about whether you're going to let media personalities who abandon America First gaslight you into turning on the one man actually fighting for this country. And the MAGA base sees right through it. Trump's popularity among Trump Republicans has collapsed 47 points. That's not a dip, folks. That's a political obituary. And speaking of being prepared for when people you trusted let you down, let me ask you something very important. If a major disruption happened tomorrow and you couldn't get to the store, how long would you actually last with what's in your house right now? If it's anything less than a month, then you need to check out our friends at My Patriot Supply. See, they're America's #1 preparedness company with over 3 million satisfied customers who understand that self-reliance is not paranoia, it is patriotism. And right now, when you go to preparewithgary.com, their best-selling 4-week emergency food supply comes with an additional week of food completely free. That's 5 weeks of peace of mind while the establishment media melts down and the world gets crazier by the day. Don't wait until the next crisis to which you had prepared. Go to preparewithgary.com right now. It's linked below. And take care of your family the way Americans have always done, being ready for anything. Let's get back to exposing what Tucker Carlson doesn't want you to remember. See, here's the part that really burns. We found Tucker Carlson on camera before that Qatar house purchase, before the Iran apologist era, saying, and I quote, "Iran deserves to be annihilated. I think they're lunatics. I think they're evil." That was Tucker then. Tucker now is functionally running defense for a regime that chants death to America. President Trump saw exactly what was happening, and he called it out directly on Truth Social. I'm going to show you what he said about Tucker and Megyn Kelly and Candace Owens and Alex Jones. It's been creating quite a stir all day. The reactions have been coming in. This is the original post. I don't need to rehash it. We've already covered it today, but President Trump on Truth Social, I know why Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, and Alex Jones have all been fighting for me for years, especially by the fact they think it's wonderful for Iran, the #1 state sponsor of terror, to have a nuclear weapon. He goes on to state that they're nut jobs, troublemakers, and low IQ. President Trump just lashing out at each of these players. Bubba the Love Sponge had this reaction.
His problem is that it pays too much he should be so busy with trying to right our rudderless ship right now as a country. We have so many issues as American civilians born and raised here. We have so many issues that we're facing as parents, as business owners, as just regular adults trying to raise families, trying to make rent payments, trying to make mortgage payments, trying to run a business. You know, the tariffs have killed us. The gas prices are killing us. Yes, it's admirable that you stuck up to the bully of the Middle East, or the bully of the world, so to speak, but I think that you've underestimated it. We don't know if you're telling us the truth on whether you have an agreement in place. We don't know if the 2 weeks that reprieve that you gave them, that you should have done that. We don't know. And so these people that get paid to give their opinions and used to go along with what you were saying now are second guessing you, and you're engaging them. You should be so above this. this. You should be like, I don't care what Alex Jones says. I don't care what dumbass Candace Owens says. I don't care what Megyn Kelly or Tucker Carlson says. I got a war that I got to get complete. I got to get the Strait of Hormuz open. Let me tell you something. I've been told that they're charging now for the Hormuz Strait. You better not, or you're in big trouble. Oh, by the way, what did Alex Jones say about me today? Like, stop.
He makes a good point. I mean, Trump could have rose above it, but he took direct aim with that Truth Social post. Now, some critics argue Trump should steer clear of media feuds to focus on international challenges. Tucker Carlson labeling Trump a slave adds some fuel to the fire. He said, I've always liked Trump and still feel sorry for him as I do all slaves. Carlson then added that President Trump isn't making his own decisions. He's hemmed in by other forces. He can't make his own decisions, and it's awful to watch. Those were the words of Tucker Carlson, according to the AF Post today. And, of course, we have the post from President Trump. But here is where it gets wild. Tucker Carlson's popularity craters among Trump Republicans, plummeting to a massive 47-point drop. 47. Interesting number, right?
Let's start off with Tucker Carlson, who has been in absolute free fall with Republicans. I mean, just take a look at this. Look at this trend line. Tucker Carlson's net favorable. Back in March of 2024, when he and Donald Trump were very close friends, look at this. He was at plus 54 points. Look at where he is today at only plus 7 points among Republicans, and that includes GOP-leaning independents. I mean, that is a drop of what, 47 percentage points. My goodness gracious, when you go up against Donald Trump and you want to appeal to the Republican base, to quote the movie Good Burger, you go on the grinder, and that is exactly what has happened to Tucker Carlson, who has absolutely collapsed among Republicans.
So if it is a choice between the president and Tucker Carlson among these voters, what do they basically say?
Yeah, they choose Donald Trump basically every single time. Look at this. Okay, the exact same poll, this UMass Lowell poll. Look at this. Net favorables among Republicans. Again, this is Republicans plus Republican-leaning independents. You see Carlson on the right side of your screen at plus 7 points. Look at where Donald Trump is at plus 61 points. And this is actually a little bit low for Donald Trump. In other polls around the same time, he was even higher than this. Again, he is crushing Tucker Carlson. What is this? This is a 54-point advantage for Donald Trump over Tucker Carlson when it comes to who is more popular among Republican voters. And, of course, this is even just talking about the MAGA base, where Donald Trump is running an approval rating somewhere between 97 and 100%.
Okay, so what does this mean for Tucker Carlson going forward? Say Tucker Carlson wanted to build some kind of a platform where he could run for office, say, president.
Yeah, okay. So you see Donald Trump crushing Tucker Carlson here. Take a look at this. Look at the Kalshi prediction markets when it comes to his chance, Tucker Carlson's chance to be the 2028 GOP nominee for president. It's just 5. When you can put it on one hand, you know it's low. It's just 5% that Tucker Carlson actually has enough support within the GOP, at least those who are putting their money where their mouth is, to actually be the GOP nominee in 2028. Marco Rubio and J.D. Vance are running well ahead of him.
Okay, so again, in this imaginary world, if the prediction markets are wrong, Tucker Carlson were to become a candidate, how might he do?
Okay, why don't we take a look against the most likely Democratic nominee, Gavin Newsom? And this is, I think, so important because it's not just that Tucker Carlson struggles now with Republicans. He is electoral poison when it comes to general electorate. So Gavin Newsom versus potential GOP nominees in the 2028 presidential matchup. Against Tucker Carlson, look at this. Gavin Newsom crushes Tucker Carlson by 11 points. J.D. Vance actually beat Gavin Newsom in this poll by 3. So
Tucker is finding out his popularity is crashing. And here's that moment in Tucker Carlson before he purchased his home in Qatar.
Tucker, aren't we the only country allowed to make preemptive strikes? Who the hell does Iran think it is?
Actually, I know you're sort of kidding, but I agree with that. I think we are the only country.
No, I'm not kidding at all.
Rather, we are. That's absolutely right. The only country with the moral authority sufficient to do that. The only country that doesn't seek hegemony in the world. I do think, I'm sure I'm the lone voice in saying this, I think Iran deserves to be annihilated. I think they're lunatics. I think they're evil. I do think we ought to assess what would happen to the price of energy were we to do that. I don't think that's a small factor. It could tank our economy.
His own words. Right there. See, this is the moment of clarity, my friends. President Trump laid it out plain as day on Truth Social. Tucker, Megyn Kelly, Candace Owens, Alex Jones, they're all fine with Iran going nuclear. I'll read that again. Fine with Iran going nuclear. That's not a media disagreement. That's not pundit squabbling. That's a values test, and Tucker Carlson failed it in front of the entire world. Trump called them low IQ troublemakers chasing cheap publicity with third-rate podcasts, and the numbers prove Trump right, a 47-point collapse among Republicans. You go up against 47, you drop 47 points. The MAGA base is the most loyal political force in modern American history, and they're walking away from Tucker Carlson in real time because they recognize a rat when they smell one. So here's the bottom line. Donald Trump doesn't need Tucker's permission. He doesn't need Tucker's validation. Trump has the movement. He has the mandate. He has the momentum. Tucker has a passport stamp and an apology tour for theocratic terror states. While Tucker plays footsie with Qatar and defends Iran, President Trump is doing what he was elected to do, putting America first and delivering results that matter to your family. The establishment media is now praising Tucker for the first time in his life. Let that tell you everything you need to know about which side he chose. So I'm asking you directly, are you going to stand with the president who's actually fighting for this country, or with the pundits who moved overseas and started calling him a slave? Drop your answer in the comments right now. And if you want to keep getting the real news, real opinion, and the real truth, text raw feed to 844-840-4963. When YouTube fails to give you notifications and the algorithm buries us in a corporate spin, you can stay connected directly with me. Right on your phone. I'll send you the message. Make sure you check out the Next News merch shop below this video. Show the world where you stand. And share this video with every patriot who needs to see the receipts on Tucker. History is watching, and so is the MAGA movement. Stay informed and stay free.
The system controls information. Information control is power.
They don't want you to see this.
The truth only survives together. They don't want this shared. Share this now.